What up, everybody? It's your girl July from Kickback Couture. Today I am presenting Tonic Mint's Scale Matrix. This is essentially a scale and chord bank in which you can define and set and recall up to 7 separate scales. So right now you see we have all the C scales, all the diatonic scales from major, minor, Lydian, Mixolydian. We have a Spanish scale here, Dorian and Phrygian. So tons of options. Let's just start here from the top. Up here we have a Reeth Rig knob and a legato. So here with Reeth Rig, if you didn't notice, if I'm pressing 2 chords consecutively, they will sort of cancel each other out, whereas legato will be a smoother transition. And they will also overlap each other. So let's put this back on Reeth Rig just by clicking it. Now here we can click on which bank we are using. Or we can use this knob. Moving to the right, we can change what key we're in, the root note of our scale, which is major right now. I love E flat, so here we're playing E flat and I am pressing the C note right now. Now, if I want to change how this is playing in relative to what I'm playing on my MIDI keyboard, then I could simply come over here to white keys. So this is the performance mode. It's on white keys only. If I put it on piano normal, it'll now start playing this C here. If I switch this to piano shifted, it will shift our scale down to start at C. So our root E flat will now be triggered by playing the key of C. And right now I'm pressing a C on my keyboard. And that's triggering the root E flat major chord. This next one is the white keys only. So all the white keys will trigger consecutively the notes you're playing. So right now I'm pressing C and that is the root. And I didn't press any dark keys there, black keys. Now if I put this on black keys, the best usage for this is if you're using a scale with about 5 notes. So the pentatonic minor is a good scale with 5 notes. So black keys. Now as you could see, I was switching the scales here. Flipping over to the back, just going to jump around a little bit. We can change the scale library. We also have the performance mode options that we just went over as well here. So I can go to big scale library or big scale library with special and exotic scales. And now we have access to tons of more scales. So let's do this Spanish mode here. And I'm gonna switch this to normal. Alright, and you can select and change the scale notes. Any customizations you want to make, you can make no matter what scale you are editing. So back to minor. I can change this to Phrygian if I wanted to, or whatever the case may be. Next we have our roots. Our roots will allow us to add octaves. So if I put this on, it'll also play 2 octaves down. This will play 1 octave down and 2 octaves down. Here we'll get an octave up and 2 octaves up. And you can turn whichever one's off for a really wide sound. Here we have the chord notes that will be triggered, so I could change this to 1, 2, 4, 7. Sus 2, we can do a sus 4, and we can add 9s, 11s, 13s, 14s, and even other color tones. This will transpose the key. So right now, if I'm gonna put this in piano shifted for now, so hitting the C and is triggering our root of E flat. If I put this on, it transposes it up. Actually, sorry, this is the inversion, so it's gonna invert it. And the transposition would be here, so. Same with octave, we can also transpose octaves here. So that pretty much covers everything up here. We went over the scales, the drop downs, changing the root note, adding scale notes, subtracting scale notes, making custom scales, adding root octaves into the chord playing, changing the chord build and inversions. We also have the ability to clear. We can copy to next, copy to previous. So if this was on something and I go copy to previous, it will also clear the first one. We also have copy to all. And we have randomize. Now I'm going to reset this device, and we're going to go down to these parameters, talk about the bottom portion of the scale matrix. We do have this monitor. This monitor will show us what notes are being played and the scale display, which will highlight which keys are in the scale. So if I selected this minor scale, we'll see the blue will highlight, and this light tint on the black keys show which notes are in the scale we're playing. We have lag range and lag velocity reduction. This is the strum function that you're hearing. So as I turn lag range up, it will take longer to get through each note in the chord. And this is in sync mode, so it's going to sync to tempo. If we turn this off, then we can get seconds and milliseconds. Keep that on sync for now. Next we have lag velocity reduction. It's at 0 right now. As we turn it up, see, it increases how fast we get through our strum, sorry. And this will be variant depending on the velocity in which you press the key. So hard, soft. Now the last portion that we're going to discuss is the curves section. This is the lag modulation window as it is highlighted. Bring this up or down as we so choose. Same options as up here, except for a couple others, one other. The only other is copy all curves to all. Velocity mod. Velocity variation. lag variation, which is the strum. Let's bring this up. And probability. So you can get some really weird combinations and definitely alter the playability. And probability of a note being triggered, of a note triggering play. So let's go ahead and browse the presets. Just noodling around right now. We have basic, which is that default patch we started with, diatonic modes, experiments, filter, genres, lag, modal interchange, and then world, which we have some Japanese, Hungarian, Chinese pentatonic, and so on. So definitely check out more of the rack extensions by Tonic Mint. Let us know what you think about this one. It's all Couture, Kickback, and Cook Up. Scale Matrix, Tonic Mint.